Hey, what's going on? YouTube, back at you again. Yours truly, none other than Brother Kedwin. And today is November 27th, 2020, and it is Black Friday. I just want to make sure uh, a lot of my people, should I say, most of my people know what we need to know about the history, which is his story on Black Friday. I'm sure a lot of y'all probably know where I'm about to go with this because I just want to break some stuff down real quick and get some stuff clear. Now, me myself, when I sit back and I check out all of his story and all the facts on it, especially when it comes to this Thanksgiving first. I did an episode yesterday about Thanksgiving, and how it was the robbing and the raping of America. How the pilgrims, got on the Indians' good side, got to suck them in, and psych them out, and how they let the hammer down on them and pretty much butt screwed them. Put smallpox in their blankets to make them sick and to get them weak, so they really could run over them and stamp them down and do what they did. You know what I mean? But now I really want to go over this slowly so that we can get a clear picture on the tactic of all of this. Now, the original situation with Black Friday was the around this time of the year, the day after Thanksgiving, they would uh, they would have a slave trade, which is today called Black Friday, and this was the day after Thanksgiving. Now, what they would do is all of the slave owners would get together and they would set up these trading posts, and they would have bidding posts set up where they could auction off slaves at a discount, at a cheaper price. And the reason why they would do that is so that during this period of the season of the sharecropping and the profit sharing, they would make sure that the slave owners got extra slaves, extra manpower, extra help, so that they could boost their profits, quadruple their profits at the end of the year. Same shit they doing right now. It's a different tactic, but the same thing. Same thing, but a different tactic. You know, Back then it was okay. We'll just sell these niggers for a cheaper price, and and it boosts their profits at the end of the year. That's what it was for, to build their economy. It's the same way today. The only difference today is they got all of the program black folks. I was gonna use another word, but I'm not gonna do that. They got all of the program black folks running to the malls, running to the stores, running crazy, spending more money to what? Build their economy, boost their profits. That's what it's all about. And they doing it off of us. Okay. I did a survey, what was that? I think that was summer before last. I did an episode and I talked about this black female who did a she did a documentary on who spends the most money over here in America in the economy. And of course, I'm sure y'all know it was black folks. We spent at that time 3 billion some dollars a year in boosting the economy. Now, what does that say? That says that everybody that works and got it set up for us to boost their economy, they're all of the people who already got the money. Who are they? The Zionist Jews, Islam, the Arabs. The Zionist Jews is your Judaism. Islam is the Arabs, and Christianity is the white folks. The Europeans, the ones who own all the shit that they own over here. Okay, so what's going on is they got over the years. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm having my little afternoon doobie here, relaxation. But you know, what I'm trying to let everybody know is that this is a time of the year that they boost their profits. And the funny thing about it is that uh, we are so programmed. I mean, I sit back and just watch how strategically they got us programmed, man. I mean, that Willie Lynch and the Jim Crow shit, bro, is so deep and so impactful on impactful. I don't even know if that's a real word, yeah, but it has such an impact on the influence of black people. I don't, man, I mean, it's like we know what's going on, but we so brainwashed. It's like we're under a spell, and that's exactly what we're under, a spell and a curse, you know? And I just want to bring it out, because I watch a lot of youngsters, I call the young people youngsters. I watch them and they're excited because they like buying stuff. They like spending money. And the funny thing, part of that programming, like, can you imagine being a slave and all you got to go by is how you see your slave masters live and have paradise versus you getting your ass beaten, raped, and all kind of burn up, nuts cut off, penises cut off, women's babies umbilical cord being cut at birth because the father was black and the mother was the white slave master's wife because the wives started going out there in the yard and getting the young bucks, getting the black bucks to have sex with them too. Because Massa already was doing it. This is how they came up with the term the house nigga. Because Massa would go out there and screw all of them black women and get them pregnant, and them babies would come out half white, looking like Massa's ass, and he'd take them and put them up in the house with him. And the ones who lived in the house with Massa, they got treated better than the other slaves, and then they made him feel like he was over the other slaves, and they would hire him to run all the other slaves. Just like your boy who played the movie in the Django, your boy Samuel Jackson, that's the house nigga. That's your house nigga. Just like that. Perfect example. So I'm just saying, we gotta, excuse me, we gotta know his story. Cause see, his story is the white man's story. It ain't got shit to do with our story as black folks. I can tell you that now. His story ain't nothing but a whole lot of lies, deceit, and just, I mean, evilness to the fullest, man. And when we uneducated on his story, in my opinion, we just become better fools and slaves, like we already are. Because trust me, it's a brainwash tactic. I mean, I don't know how they were so effective on how they programmed us over the years. Because the funny thing to me is what I've noticed about a lot of black folks, especially in my family. A lot of them, they don't believe nothing unless it came from the white folks. Anything you go to them and tell them, oh yeah, well you need to know this. No, oh no, they want to chop that down. Oh, this nigga here tripping. This motherfucker crazy. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. You know why? Because it didn't come from the white man. Anything that they want to validate with their programmed asses, they go to find out, is this what the white man says? Soon as the white man put his stamp on it, oh shit, now this is it. This is the real shit. This is it, man. It's got to be real. Because why? Because Massa said it was real. I'm going to say that again, y'all. Because Massa said it was real and told you it was real, so you believe it's real. But in real reality, you need to wake up and smell the coffee a little better, should I say. Or smell the manure a little better. should I say? Because we definitely need to. You know what I mean? We sitting up here running around. We are programmed robots. I will say that. Uh, I know for a fact that all human beings are cyborgs. I know that for a fact. And you know, I ain't gonna jump all on that because that's some whole other stuff or whatever. We gonna stick on topic about Black Friday and how programmed we are as a people. Um, we are programmed, you know, and until we stop participating. See, it's one thing to know about something. It's one thing to know about it, right? And keep going along with it, but you're doing nothing about it. You're saying, yeah, I know about this, but you still participate. But it's another thing to know about it and you stop participating. That's going to change the game. But, you know, it's hard. It's kind of hard, in my opinion, for us to do that because we so comfortable in the uncomfortable place. You know, I don't understand it because me, I was never comfortable with nothing to this whole system. When I started going to school as a 5 year old, first of all, I was premature, so my mind wasn't even developed enough yet to really be able to deal with strange ass people that don't look nothing like me. My mom took me to this big ass building, and I'll never forget. I saw her walk down that hallway. She walked out that classroom and went down that hallway, and I ran to the door and watched her body walk away until it just got so small I couldn't see her no more, and I started crying. All I did when I went to kindergarten every day for the first semester was cry. I failed kindergarten. And you know why I was crying? Because my spirit didn't recognize with this program and system shit that they was putting me in. I had to do kindergarten twice. I failed it the first time. So y'all can laugh y'all ass off if y'all want to. But I'll tell you what, by the time I turned 12, I got tired of people laughing at me and saying I was slow and I was dumb. And, I was even preferred to by some as a pudding head, you know. And so, by the time I turned 12, I'm like, I know I can be smart like all the rest of these kids. So I started going to my teachers and telling them, well, Miss So and so or Mr. Whoever, I don't understand what you're saying because my spirit didn't recognize with that programming shit. They had to get me and sit me down individually and take me off to the side and say, look, this is how you got to look at it, and this is how you got to understand it. See, that's another thing people don't realize. When we understanding some shit, that's just what we doing. Understanding it. You got to live and you got to gain wisdom to be able to overstand something. Because anything you understand, that's just what you're doing. You understanding it and it is over you. It has control of your mind, and your mindset is only on what they telling you to understand by them. And this is why my teachers used to get really upset with me, man, because they could feel that I was on another level the whole time. But by the time I was 12, man, after I started getting them one on ones, I became like the third best in my class. I'm a math wizard. Always good in math. Once I set my mind to everything, math was my best subject. I was a wizard in algebra, all of that. One, two, three, all of that. Me on the end, I wound up going. I had dropped out of high school. I wound up going back with my mom in night school, and I would teach my mom her lessons on the algebra one, two, and three. Me and her went together on the end. When I decided to go back, because I know I was never dumb or stupid. I just was never with a system. I just never felt it, and I struggled with it my whole life. But now today, anything I want to know, I know how to properly study it. I know how to properly have proper. I'm gonna say how to have overall standing to the situation because I don't understand nothing no more. That's what a lot of my issues are about today because I don't understand nothing no more. I've been past that point. I overstand things. I come to overstand things, and I overstand the fact that Black Friday is still a part of slavery and a part of programming, and having us build their economy. It's the same shit. It's just done a different way. Because during this time today on Black Friday, this is from here till New Year's Eve. It's gonna be the biggest profit margin. All the motherfuckers who own everything by the end of this year and the new year come in, they're gonna quadruple their profits. That's what your Black Friday is all about. We already went over about Thanksgiving. I'm not even gonna touch on Christmas yet because we ain't got there. But I will say this: I do have some sentimental feelings about Christmas because of how it brings everybody together. And with that being said, I actually decided to bring out a Christmas song this year, just simply because I missed the love that it did spread, or that it did psych us out with back in the day, and we believed in Santa Claus and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? It was a lot of excitement to it, but then when you realize it's just like a fairy tale that been told to you, and all you was watching and believing in was a fairy tale, you don't feel good about it. At least I know I don't. You know, and you know, I just want to be clear on everything. I just want to make sure everybody got understanding with what's going on, man. And it's funny how the very things that worked against you at some time, I think that will just have it itself, just in the will of things turn around. In other words, you can take that very thing. Here they go popping up on my screen. You can take that very thing, and they really fixed me. They just popped a Black Friday advertisement up right in the blockbuster. But anyways, you can take that very thing that has been against you, or that was a lie, and you can use it to your benefit. And I'm only saying that because I got a compassion now to come out with this Christmas song this year, and I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be a great song. It's gonna be very successful, and this time around, I can make me a profit the same way they've been doing. You know what I mean? So with that being said, y'all know how to do it. I don't spend a whole lot of time on here. I'm like 17, 18 minutes in. And with that being said, y'all know how to do it. I want y'all to start just as a support system, just to let me know that sometimes y'all take a little time to hear what I got to say. Just hit like, share, hit the subscribe button and all of that. Because, I mean, maybe that'll inspire me and maybe I can get to some bigger and better things here on YouTube. Right now, this is just my diary since 2020. I come on here, talk about what's on my mind. I vent. I let myself go on here because I can't really talk to a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to listen to the things I want to talk about. And I mean, it used to make me feel bad, but not no more because I understand it a different way. I look at it from a whole different perspective, but y'all know how I do it. With that being said, y'all make sure y'all come back now again, you hear? I say, may the powers of the universe be for you and for me. Peace be with you.